How do we speed up manifestations? Is it possible to speed up our manifestation using specific sounds? Well, one of the practices that I've been working with every day this week is the practice of placing a specific mantra into specific parts of the body, particularly my eyes. So, this is a very well known practice called nyasa, where we place the sound of the mantra into different parts of the body. So, this is very much part of the yogic science of sound, the science of mantra, which includes sound and the subtle vibration behind the sound. All of this is done for many benefits, but one of the benefits actually that I've discovered is that it can help you to speed up your manifestations. So, how does this work? Well, when we place a mantra into the eyes, we're actually changing the quality of the space in the body. We change the quality of the space within the physical structure of the eyes. It is absolutely fascinating. And if you try this, you'll notice that your eyes can actually look very different, especially if you're practicing this over a series of days consecutively. So you can take photographs to check. It's a really, really interesting thing to notice just how immediate and visceral and physical the change can be. So, how does this work at a deeper level? Well, if you think about it, our thoughts and our psychology is deeply embedded into the physical matter of the body. So, this phrase mind body connection has been very popular for a long time, but it's nonsense really because it suggests that these are two separate things that could somehow be connected. Whereas in fact, our psychology and our physiology are deeply interconnected. For me, the way I experience it, it's not even a binary. There are different layers. It's a spectrum. It's like a spectrum of different aspects from the subtle to the very material. And so, of course, they are all interconnected. They are all different shades of one specific reality. That is you, your individuality, expressing as the physical, as mind, as thought, as emotion, as a visceral feeling. So when we place mantras into the eyes, we're literally changing the psychological, the physical, the emotional space in our pattern, in our structure. And that is how you actually speed up your manifestation, because you've now brought the quality of the mantra into your body. You've placed it into your body, and now that quality is radiating out through your eyes into the universe around you. For consumption this week, I have been eating a lot of raw salads, beautiful combinations of raw vegetables made into salads. And interestingly, I think this is also another practice that can speed up manifestation, because it's immediately noticeable that both my body, my mind, my intelligence behave differently. So, at a very physical level, my stomach feels lighter. The whole body feels lighter. Digestion happens much more quickly. So there's no sense of the food sitting heavily in the stomach. There is a great sense of lightness in the body. Now, in my mind, there is greater clarity. It's unmistakable. When you have a lighter body, you have a clearer mind. And so, with a clearer mind, you now have a clearer, sharper, more precise, and efficient instrument of manifestation. So I've been finding this, that my thoughts are clearer, solutions are occurring to me much more quickly. I'm able to actually also get a lot more done in a shorter space of time because I'm operating from a space of much greater clarity. I want to also say about raw food, because I know that Ayurveda does not like raw. However, my argument is this, that if you use a salad dressing, and I make my own salad dressings, I don't buy anything in terms of salad dressings. I love to make really delicious salad dressings. And the materials that you use, the ingredients that you use in a salad dressing actually cook the vegetables. They cook the raw vegetables. So, of course, I like to use olive oil, a good quality oil, but also things like pomegranate molasses or tamari or baba ganoush. If you start to use these things that are so full of flavor and have a cooking quality, they cook the food and they make the food really delicious. They make the salads really delicious. And I have to say, I'm not a fan of cooking. I don't like cooking. So this is another reason that I really like salads. They're just so easy and quick to prepare. They're very light on the preparation, on the utensils, so that it's easy to clear up afterwards. For me, anything that means that I'm spending less time in the kitchen is a fantastic thing. So I've been really loving my salads this week, and my body feels lighter and my mind is clearer. We're speeding up manifestation. Inside my mind this week, I've been thinking about something that isn't really so easy to talk about. It's quite painful, but I think it's very important when we are thinking about manifesting the life that we want to create. In particular, if we are thinking about creating the level of fame that we want to create, the level of visibility, reaching the public and the audiences that we want to, and getting our uplifting message out into the world, into the hands of the people who will benefit from it. So, this is the topic I've been thinking about. Sometimes we need to uproot ourselves from soil that has become toxic for us. Sometimes we need to disentangle our roots from the connections, the friendships, the relationships that have become very close to us, and maybe they've been close to us for a long period of time. And that's where it becomes very painful. I know this from personal experience, but sometimes we have to uproot ourselves from that soil, disentangle our roots from the roots of those friendships, even if they've been friendships for decades, and move ourselves forward. And the reason for this is that when we have relationships that go on for a long period of time, we become very entangled in them. Our energy field becomes very entangled with the other person. There is a lot of exchange going on. So something that I've noticed for myself is that without realizing it, I have been leaking a lot of my good energy into other people. And it's not their fault. It's not about blame. It's simply the mechanics of how energy fields work. So when my Akashic field becomes entangled with someone else's over a period of time, it's just very easy for energy to go backwards and forwards between the two people. And that is not healthy for either of us. So, because each of us has to move forward on our own individual journey, I think this is another lesson that just becomes clearer and clearer over time, that when you want to truly evolve spiritually in any aspect of life, it's an individual endeavor. So you have to become more self-centered, more self-sufficient. And often that requires letting go of the past, letting go of people from our past. So this is where, for a lot of people, I think courage is necessary. When you have that clarity that I was speaking about earlier, when you have that clarity, it becomes easier because the clarity allows you to be more focused and you become undistractable. When you are not distracted from your goal, you are clear on the goal, you are clear on your commitment to your own evolution, it becomes easier to disentangle your roots from that toxic soil and plant yourself in fresh, supportive, nurturing soil. For adornment this week, I've been thinking about the skin at night, how our skin has time to rest and rejuvenate and recuperate while we sleep. So, one of the things that I really like to do is to use a beautiful, nourishing, very well scented body cream at night. It is a delight for all of my senses because it feels beautiful on the skin. I have to say, this is actually something that I had personally created for me. So it's a particularly special cream that I love. It has a gorgeous scent and it's a ritual for me before going to sleep. I think that because during that period of time, the entire body mind has time to rest and rejuvenate, but it's up to us to make sure that we maximize that for the skin. You know, if you go to sleep feeling raggedy and feeling scrappy and feeling exhausted and you're just rushing to bed and collapsing into sleep, you're not making the most of your sleep time and you're not giving your skin the delicious attention that it could have. But when you do give your skin that delicious, nurturing attention, the whole system falls into deeper rest. So I've also been having really interesting conversations this week about dreaming. So a lot of people are very keen on lucid dreaming and making use of their dream time. I am not. I want my sleep time to be there for rest so that when I wake up in the morning, my entire system is sharpened, is clear, is alert, so that I can achieve beautifully and elegantly through the day. So, from that perspective as well, taking care of the skin, there's this very sensorial quality to paying attention to your skin before you go to sleep. It's soothing for the whole system, which is why in Ayurveda, daily massage is encouraged, that self massage, abhyanga. And yes, I know that's usually done with oil earlier in the day before you have a shower. That's also wonderful. But for me, this ritual before going to sleep is an absolute tonic and one that is very supportive of manifestation.